Hi, welcome to a slightly different edition of my Gabie Snake Goodies yarn dyeing vlogs. I am not in my dye studio, obviously. I am actually preparing my yarn for my first trunk show. So I have most of my yarn here that's figuring weight that I have dyed, but a lot of it doesn't have the sleeves on it yet, and I need to put all of those on it. So it has my information and also the yarn's information and the quantity and the name and all that stuff before it goes off to be sold at a yarn store, an in-person yarn store. This is very exciting for me. I don't know how it's going to go, but it's very exciting. So today I am just going to put the little sleeves on each one and maybe show you guys some of what I have. Maybe show you something that I am thinking about doing as well. This is a brand new one that I just dyed, and it's not even, well, as of recording this, it's not in the shop yet, but I think that I will put maybe 2 of them in the shop and send 2 of them to the in-person shop. But these are daffodils. The daffodils are blooming outside, and so I decided to make a yarn set called Daffodils, and it's a bright yellow and then a beautiful green that has speckles and a lot of variation of color. And I have this one that's new in the shop. It's called Freedom. My husband named it. It's blue with like rusty reds in it. This is the Rosé Sparkle. I don't know if you can see all the good sparkliness that one has. And this one's also a new sock set inspired by the springtime, and it's Dahlias, and this was newly put up in the shop. It's like a very pale pink with bright pink and purple specks in it, and then this nice light purple mini skein to go with it. This one is a Strawberry Lemonade, also inspired by beautiful weather, or beautiful weather hopefully to come here in the spring. Maleficent sock set is a dark and moody charcoal with like deep emeraldy kind of colors and plum in it, and then the green mini to go with it. We have Ocean Cliffs, which I am working on knitting this one up in my merino cashmere. Let's see. I also have the Rosé sock set with the, I like the combo of dusty pink and brown. I think that's pretty. See, I have the Casein 2 colorways here. I have a couple that I'm not sure are in the shop. These are Strawberry Kiwi. One is with the Kiwi Mini and one's with the Strawberry Mini. I think these are really cute and really summery or springy as well. And just peachy one. I have some cute socks knit out of that. A few of these I do actually have sleeves on, which is nice. I'm also taking inventory. This one is a 130 gram combo here, and this is the blue steel one. And then I have some, this is a micro skein set, so it has 10 gram skeins in there. And then I have mini skein sets too. What's this? Oh, that's another micro skein. Mini skein sets. These are 20 grams. So, yes, lots of good stuff. I have the Pink Cotton Candy, Kid Mohair and Silk. I have Purple People Eater. What do I call this one? Sea Spray. And Blue raspberry cotton candy. And then I also dyed up, that's in the shop, this is a 50 gram main skein, 20 grams and a 10 grams, so it's 80 grams total. A lot of times when I knit socks, I have a ton of the main skein left over, and this way you would make just one pair of socks as opposed to having that like 50 grams left of the main skein. Let's see. Yeah, so lots of good stuff. I've realized that I need to dye more of my mini to go with my Monet water lilies, and I also really need to dye up more of the Starry Nights because that one got sold out. But something I was thinking would be fun, and y'all can tell me if you guys would like it. Kind of like my 10 gram mini sets. This would be also a 10 gram mini set, but it would have 2 of each. The idea would be, this is very difficult to hold up like this. The idea would be that you could knit 2 pairs of socks that match with the little 10 grams. So you'd use 1 of each per sock. I thought that would be really fun because you could make your own little stripy socks and they would actually match. I'm sure some other yarn dyer has done this. I just haven't seen it. So I only have 1 set right now. And it has this bright green and blue. I love this color right here. And I want to see if I can, there we go. See if I can dye that up in a large skein because it's got these pinks and light blue in it. And then a nice green, bright pink, and then a lighter green. But I thought that would be fun. And then it's all split up for you. There's no guessing about like how much you have left that you would need for a second sock. So I think I'm going to put those up as one, either in the shop or send it to the in-store trunk show. So this trunk show, like I said, it will be my first trunk show in a yarn store, which is quite exciting, but also a little nerve-wracking. And because it's my first, I don't really know what to expect, how much will sell, what will sell, what I need to send. And also, if it's truly worth it, because, the store takes a chunk of the money as well. So, yeah, we'll see how all of that works out. Hopefully it'll work out well. This one, I've heard of trunk shows where, or maybe it's just my assumption, where it's just like a one-day event. But this will be like 2 weeks. So I will send my yarn over there by itself. My poor little babies are going to go alone. And they will hang out for 2 weeks and see who takes them home. And then I'll come and collect whatever is left over. So, we will see how that goes. Wish me luck. Hopefully it'll go well. But I look at my yarn and I think, initially I'm like, oh wow, look at all this yarn. But it's really not that much when I go to try to send it out for a trunk show. And then I don't want to close my Etsy shop for 2 weeks while I'm waiting on that, so I need to balance out what I send versus what I keep so I can have stuff in stock for the online shop. So these are all growing pains in a business. I do have to say I have come a little ways since I started this business. I guess you could say hobby trying to turn business, jobby. And just the ability to have as much stock as I have financially is quite nice. So I'm feeling like it is growing, and the fact that a yarn store has requested my yarn as a trunk show, that also gives me confidence that my business is growing, which is quite exciting. So thank you guys, anyone who has purchased or just watches me on here or likes my stuff on Instagram or whatever. I really appreciate all of the positive feedback that I have gotten and all of the wonderful reviews on Etsy. People are very, very sweet and kind, and I appreciate their all of y'all's positive comments for what I'm making. because I really love to do this. It's definitely a passion, but it's not something you can do. Like I can't just dye yarn for fun constantly and have no one buy it. So it's really nice to have the positive feedback and the customers that also like my yarn too and share my love of hand-dyed goodies. Okay, I am going to put the sleeves on my yarn, as many of them as I have right now. I print these myself at home on cardstock, and I use my paper cutter to cut them. One day maybe I'll get more professional and pre-purchase them, but I really like having being able to customize them if I can. So I make sure it has the right yarn, the right colorway on there, and like the yarn type and weight and length and all of that. I like to be able to do that myself. And I also like the thicker cardstock right now rather than the thinner stuff. But who knows what I'll do in the future. Like I said, it's all growing pains here, or maybe pains are the wrong word. Growing, just growing in education, learning about how to run the business, as opposed to just a tiny hobby. So I think it has matured to jobby state. It's definitely not business, like career, full job at this point in time, but I would call it a jobby. So thank you for turning my hobby into a jobby. All right, I hope you guys have a wonderful time knitting yourselves, and I will probably do this on time lapse, otherwise it will be really boring while I put the sleeves on what I have. And actually before that, maybe I will give you a close-up of my layout here so you can see it, all of my yarn a little closer up. So I have more worsted weight, but here's a couple of my worsted weight, Rosé and Marcia's colorway. And then this is these two are both 70-gram sets of the Midnight Party that's available. And I'm thinking that I might dye a 10-gram to go with this, so then I would have 80 grams, just like the little caisson set that has 80 grams, because I think that just might make sure you have plenty of yarn to knit a cuff as long as you want. I love the squishy mohair. I think it's so fun. I'm hoping that this stuff, there's some interest with this in the shop in person, because I think that in person, this stuff really just makes you want to have it and squish it and wear it. These are my Cozy Cups collection. I tend to focus more on this in the fall. My coffee and cream, my spiced latte or caramel macchiato, pumpkin spice, the Mexican hot chocolate. Then all my little teeny ones. I like the little sets. I think they're super fun. I used one of these sets, I think, in my habitation throw. The Spring is Near one. That turned out cute. This was the one I dyed for Halloween. I don't know if I should send that. Maybe people want to get a jump start on things for the fall, or if I should just keep that and wait till fall comes around again for those. The Aurora Borealis. I'm also trying to figure out what do I need to dye more of. Like I only have one of this confetti colorway, which is very fun, and I think with spring coming, for me, I look for colorful and fun yarns. So these are some of my newer ones that I've just put up. Freedom and Daffodils. And this is the sparkly one I did for Valentine's Day. This is the new one I did that I really like. the dahlias. This one I developed in the summer, I think last year, and it's strawberry lemonade, and it's just such a happy colorway. I guess yellow just makes me happy. And then the Maleficent with the emerald green, Ocean Cliffs, the Rosé, more of the Casein colorway. This is in the Cashmere Merino Nylon. And then I really like these strawberry kiwi ones. Just peachy. Let's see, oh, I have Bloom under here too. The Bloom colorway is fun. I have socks made out of this that I really like. And a couple more. I have my old sewing machine there. My daughter was using it. And these are the Monet water lilies and that little mini skein set. It is just so cute. I haven't named it yet or put it up yet, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just do it as a color experiment as my name. All right, time to get to work.